Welcome back to Second Star to the Left. I'm Michelle, and this is my daughter Billy.
Hi.
And here's where we'll share board game reviews, ramblings, and a few wrong turns along the scenic route.
What's today's video about, Mom?
We're back to talk about would we still buy that? And we should just get out of the way in the beginning that Billy's answer is almost always yes.
You don't know that.
Okay. Well, because what games don't you buy?
Well, that would be a spoiler, wouldn't it?
Okay, well, we'll see. But we're going to talk about 3 games that we've had in our collection for a while. And if we knew now what we know about those games, about the publishers, about the style of games that we play, and our playing habits, would we still buy those games?
If we had never bought them in the first place.
If we had never bought them in the first place.
Never played them.
So we hadn't played them, but we might have played other games by the publisher, and we've definitely played more games since the time when we purchased those.
Yes.
Okay? All right. The first game on the list is Orléans. Orléans, which is almost as much fun to play as it is to say. We bought this one really early on, and it was, for a very long time, my all-time favorite game. It is a bag building worker placement Euro. It is a dry Euro game. I love this. We didn't know then what we were buying.
I don't think we knew what worker placement was.
We have expansions in here. That's why the box is just a monster.
Yeah, that's not even all the way closed.
I loved the art. We actually have the old Tasty Minstrel Games copy. So we have like...
Is it not them anymore?
No, it's not.
Oh.
I like the art. I like the theme. I like the idea of using the workers to kind of build out the community like a Civ Builder kind of game, which is why you liked it in the beginning. I will say that we didn't for a long time play this because of OCD reasons. And not the kind of OCD where people say they like to line up their pencils. The kind of OCD that keeps you from doing anything fun at all.
It was real bad, folks.
It was bad. So, Billy...
Well, I mean, it's still not great, but at least I can play games again.
Right. So, I mean, Game Table is pretty much what saved us with the OCD. It's complicated sometimes, but it is what it is. And part of the way that we have to play games and part of the reason why we play some and not others does have to do with good days and bad days when it comes to OCD.
Mm-hmm. I think maybe at some point in the future I might open up about that a little more on a video, about that kind of thing.
We'll do a Billy's Brain video. That being said, the first time we played this, when we reached our hands into the bag, we came out with glitter on our hands.
Yeah.
It wasn't great, and it kept Billy from playing this for a very long time. And part of our answer was to put the little bits into cups. But honestly, I wrote to Tasty Minstrel, and they were good enough to send us upgraded, better bags. So I will give them credit. And it's not made by the same publisher anymore, so maybe that's not even a problem anymore. And it might not be a problem for anyone else, but it was for us.
Mm-hmm.
We would not, however, have known that without buying the game.
Yes.
So
it does not influence my decision.
In how much we played can't be considered when we're talking about would we still buy Orléans. It's an older game, which means we'd have plenty of reviews that we could check out, things we could look into, including Kyle's over on Foster the Meeple, who did a great job of making people love this game, which they should. So the question is, knowing what we know now, that we don't exactly get bigger games to the table very often, that we don't exactly get Euros to the table very often, would you still buy this game?
Yes, because my friends like it enough that it would convince me, and then I would convince you.
So peer pressure, all the cool kids are playing
Peer pressure absolutely works on me.
Because
all the time.
Max loves this game too. Over at Table Knots.
Everyone who loves this game would make me want to buy it. And that's pretty much everyone we know, isn't it?
I like deck builders, so the kind of bag builder was appealing to me. And I studied medieval literature, which means that this theme is going to appeal to me. This is going to be a yes, I would still buy it. I would like it to be a yes, we're still playing it. So we need to play it more. We did get expansions for it, which is, but I think since we got the expansions, we haven't played it as much. And we're going to do a video on that soon about how expansions affect whether or not we get stuff to the table.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing that.
Oh, we are.
I don't want to, but...
we're going to call expansions.
No!
Yes.
No.
Yes, we are.
Nope.
We are. But not these. So the answer to would we buy a bag building, civilization, worker placement Euro game with a medieval theme is yes. Yes, we would. Are we happy that we did?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we are. And I would recommend that if those things sound good to you, that you check this one out.
And hopefully the newer copies are less sparkly.
I do think maybe the newer copies are less sparkly, but you can ask people if glitter is a problem. The next game on our list of would we still buy that is another one that is one of the earliest games we own, and that is Isle of Skye.
Didn't an expansion just come out for this?
It's not just, I think it's a Journeyman expansion, which we are not going to buy.
Oh?
No.
Why?
We are not. Because it changes how it plays a little bit, and because expansions don't always make things better.
Okay, but did you watch any reviews for the expansion?
Yes. We're going to have the Call the Expansions episode.
I don't think so.
Don't push me. I do like that there's a blind auction in this game, which at 2 players, it works, but not great. But at 3 and 4 players, then it's really fun.
I don't know, I kind of loved it too.
You just like being mean.
Yeah, it's really easy.
The idea that you have to bid on the tiles in front of you, both to see if you can keep it and to keep them away from other people, while still saving enough money in case the tile someone else has is better, but you don't know if they're going to put all of their money on it and you just wasted your bid. It's such a great little bluffing bidding mechanic. And then you're laying down tiles like Carcassonne. You're connecting paths from the whiskey brewery to the castle. You're creating sets of sheep. You're collecting sailboats.
Yes.
I remember when we heard this one was coming out, we couldn't figure out how to find it or where to order it. See how much better we are at that now.
We're so good at ordering things now.
So the question is, with other games like this in our collection, the fact that Clans of Caledonia and other games that aren't exactly the same but might give you that same feel sit unplayed on the shelves, if this came out now, would we buy this?
Yes.
Billy, is there ever a time when you say no to would we buy this?
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't know if I should say it now, because it could be in another episode.
What? Go ahead.
But I think we should put Clans of Caledonia in a future episode.
Of Keep Color Consider?
No.
Of would we still buy that?
Yes.
Oh. I think... I mean, obviously it's a bit of a giveaway when I say these two used to be some of our favorites, but I think that it's a game that plays at 2 people under an hour, that it has this kind of clan theme from chieftain to king, that it reminded us of Carcassonne, which I still like Carcassonne. I think I would have bought this. We don't play it very much anymore. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if that's just because...
I think it's mostly we just don't think of it.
Maybe. I think it's because it's not as good at
I almost said something I regretted. I almost said we have too many games. But that's not true. That can't be true.
That's very true. I think that if I'm going to play a tile placement game, that this probably isn't it. That doesn't mean that I wouldn't want to try it and want to play it. So maybe we just have to bring this one back out. Play your shelves. Maybe this one has to come back out more often. Yeah. So the answer for both of us on Isle of Skye is a resounding yes.
And we should also get the expansion.
We're not getting the expansion.
Why not?
The answer to would we still buy that, the expansion, is no.
We'll see about that. Tune in next week to our...
You're going to tune into should we call the expansions. All right. The last game we're going to look at in our would we still buy that is Root. You're glaring at me.
Yes.
So this is a, area control little game of woodland might and right with asymmetrical player powers that we have played in person, 2 times? 3 times? I'm really getting a very evil glare. This is just silence and a death glare coming from the other side of the table. I love leader games. I adore this art style.
Everything Kyle Farron makes is amazing.
Yes, I think Kyle Farron should illustrate just almost everything.
Him
However,
and Kwanchai Moria.
However, by this point, we've already purchased and culled Oath. We've already played Root on the app.
No, we've never played this game before.
No, we've never played a physical copy of this game before.
I don't think we can count.
Exists.
No, we can't count having played the app.
No,
because the whole premise of this is if you have never bought or played this.
No, the physical copy. If I never bought
that is
or played
absolutely
this,
cheating.
It is not cheating.
Don't rule the game into the digital version into your thingamabob.
I'm rolling the digital version into the thingamabob because I've played the digital version and it's adorable.
And you love it.
Little guys wander around and fight each other. There's little dust clouds. It makes it easier to learn. Would we still buy this?
Yes.
No.
Why?
No, I'm not even sure that I would keep it.
Yes, we'll keep it.
I am aware that I will not win this battle.
This is never even making it to the show.
And we have, every expansion except the one that will let you play 2 players.
The one you decided we didn't need to back that.
I have learned over time that I am not a big fan of giant area control games. I have learned that sometimes just being cute isn't enough, even though I love cute games. We could have had a little root. They need a root rolling right. Stop glaring at me.
We have the RPG.
I didn't. Yeah,
we have that big whole bag of RPG stuff.
We do have a Root RPG, which we will play. Not live, but we will play.
We might make an episode out of it.
But knowing what we know now, that we just culled Oath, I don't think I would buy Root, especially if I could play it on the app. And who are we going to play it with?
Each other.
And also, setup is a pain.
It's not as bad as you remember.
You don't ever set up or clean up. Games are never hard for you to set up. So, I don't know. Those of you out there who still have a physical copy, but play it on an app, would you buy it? I don't know. Billy says yes.
I would absolutely still buy it because the art and the pieces are so nice, and it would be nice to just have the board and...
So you just want to have it?
Yes.
You don't want to play it?
I do also want to play it. But even if we weren't going to play it, I would want to have it. It's an art piece.
It's an art piece. Well, Oath was an art piece, and that is now someone else's art piece.
Yeah, well, Oath is a lot bigger.
Okay, so the answer to would we still buy Root is... no for me.
Resounding yes.
Yes for Billy.
Not a doubt in my mind.
Collection's getting smaller all the time. Do you own any of those? If you do, would you still buy them? Do you still have them? Did you cull them already? Let us know in the comments. Sometimes it's hard to look at these objectively without the enthusiasm that we had for them when they first came out. When Root first came out, it was this amazing thing that nobody wanted to miss out on. And at this point, I don't think it's that anymore. So the would we still buy that gets a little cloudy.
I still wear the t-shirt from the original Kickstarter.
You do have the t-shirt from the original Kickstarter. Anyway, that's it for our would we still buy that for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see,
or if you'd like to keep watching until we get one right,
then please like, subscribe, and share. If you want to follow us elsewhere on social media, all of that information will be down below, including how to join us in our Discord. As always, open tables, open minds, and play yourself.
Bye!
So, the first game on our list... Oh my god.
Please do not dump it all over
the
your
first
mouth.
game on our list is... I'm gonna do that again because my hair got stuck in the box. It was terrible. I'm just gonna...
What is in there?
Expansions. Civilization. Like...
You're gonna cut that, aren't you?
Well, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere.
I don't care.